All right. May I invite you guys to open the RMD file that I sent to you. So, tatlo yung laman nun, no? This one was the one we were doing last time, yung galing kay Hindman, yung forecasting practices and principles. I hope you find it very useful. Marami pang ibang references guys sa sa internet. So many, and many of them are also based in R. So mas maganda guys kung hanapin yung reference yung based in R para masusundan nyo yung explanation. No? Okay, can you see the screen that I'm flashing yung R file guys? Guys, can you see the R?
Sir, no po.
Hindi. Oh, sige. Sige, let me... Okay, how about this? R na ba yung naka-flash sa screen?
Yes po.
Alright. Now, we're going to... Ito yung ginamit natin last time. Actually, itong part 2, hindi pa natin nasisimulan to, no? Okay, so... you can also look at that, guys, no? Look at this part 2. But let's focus first on this. Ito yung January 8 na sinimulan natin na hindi pa din natin actually natatapos. Okay? So we say that time series is very important kasi maraming data talaga, lalo na sa financial at saka sa economic data, it makes use of time series data. So in this file, I gave you here some excellent resources. I hope you're going to make use of this. Okay, so let's first require the packages, yung forecast package. Actually, FPP3 yata ito, no? FPP3 na. Forecast package, maraming gamit yan for auto-arima. Tapos meron ding for forecasting, ACF, etc. Then quant mode, also for getting data from the internet, time series, T-series and time series. Medyo pareho lang yung ano niya, XTS. Extensible time series, and then ggplot. ggplot2, isali na rin natin dito yung gg45. Isali na natin library, gg45. Okay. And then let's require these packages. Pag may hindi nagra-run, ibig sabihin nun guys, meron pa kayong hindi na-install dito. So kindly install. Okay, when you install packages, guys, nagsasabi dito, kunyari FPP3 was built under 4.0.3. And then may mga kasama siyang mga other packages na ini-install na rin yan. No? Kunyari Lubridate, T-Cbol, Data Feasts, and Table. So many packages, guys, to really learn in R. That makes it a very dynamic package. Ang dami kasing gumagawa ng codes na pwede nating gamitin in order to analyze data. Okay, so far okay na yung guys yung pag-install ng packages. Okay, sabi natin, ang difference ng time series data at saka cross-sectional data. Yung cross-sectional data is a data of, let's say, several individuals where you get pertinent data about them taken at one point in time. Kunyari, several countries, ASEAN countries, no? Asian, ASEAN countries. Then let's say we're getting their population, unemployment, growth rate, GDP, GNP, etc. No? Birth rate, death rate, etc. But you're getting it only at one point in time. No? One point in time lang siya. So, ang time series naman guys, you're looking at just one, no? One individual or one unit. However, we're looking at the variables at several point in time. Kunyari, Philippines lang, and you're looking at the macroeconomic variables taken from 1970 to 2020. So that's what we call a time series. Okay. Now, what do you call a data set, guys, where you have combination of cross-sectional at saka time series? Paki-chat nga or pakisabi, anong klaseng data yan, guys? Kapag combination na siya ng cross-sectional, ibig sabihin maraming units, maraming individuals, and then time series taken across several periods of time. What do you call that kind of data, guys? Anong tawag natin doon? It's called a, anong tawag, guys? It's called a, we call it a, diba, panel data, no? Panel data kapag combination na siya ng cross-sectional at saka ng time series. I strongly encourage you guys to view the videos and the R exercises dun sa ano natin, sa panel data. Okay, when we model time series, guys, univariate time series, ibig sabihin isang ano lang, isang variable lang. Okay, there are several methods to use. You have, and one of the most popular, one of the most powerful is your Box-Jenkins approach or the ARIMA approach, autoregressive integrated moving average, where AR means yung autoregressive natin, ginagamit natin yung values ng data mismo, ng time series mismo, yung past values niya para ma-model or ma-describe yung ano natin, yung time series or to forecast it. And then you have MA naman, you're making use of past error terms, no? Past white noise, yung error terms niya. Okay, so that's when you combine this, you have what we call the ARMA model. And then yung I, guys, sinasabi natin ARIMA, siya kung integrated, which means that dinifference natin yung data. Diba sabi natin, we can only make use of the ARIMA or ARMA model kung if you have what type of data, guys? If you have what we call a stationary data, stationary time series. So dapat stationary time series natin, ano ibig sabihin stationary? Constant mean, constant variance. Walang trend, walang seasonality. Kung meron, guys, then we have to transform the data, and usually dinidifference natin yung data. Kaya nga tayo nagkakaroon ng I, no? I is for time series that it's not stationary and you have to differentiate. Usually, first differencing lang, okay na. No? All right, so we discussed this last time. Kunyari, yung AR1 process, guys, sabi natin, it's a model where your Y sub t is equal to a certain average A sub O, okay, plus A1 times Y sub t minus 1 plus epsilon sub t. Okay, now in many references, yung A sub O natin, mu yung ginagamit dyan, yung Greek letter. A sub 1, usual ang ginagamit is theta. Sulat ko nga yan, guys. Para ito na lang. Naghang na naman si Excel. Hindi lang, guys, naghang. So just be aware, guys, na other references make use of yan. Okay, so sometimes you'll see yung iba ang pag nila, nangyari ang AR1 process, AR1. So ang AR1, autoregressive log 1, ibig sabihin, Y sub t is equal to a certain constant mean plus they use theta 1 times x sub 1 plus your error term. Okay? So they use this theta. Tapos yung MA1 naman, past error terms. So y sub t is equal to also this mu. Okay, mu sub O plus phi 1 x1. Oops, sorry, not x1. Hindi yung x1, hindi past values of itself, but rather, okay, this muna to. So you have, so yung error term niya plus phi 1 times past error term.
Sir, naka-freeze po ata.
Naka-freeze. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Hindi ko na naman na-share yung Excel ko. Okay. All right, thank you guys. Sorry, so as I was saying a while ago, yung kadalasan ng mga references na makikita nyo, hindi AO ang ginagamit, mu. Okay, so Greek letters ang ginagamit nila. So kapag AR process, ang ginagamit, theta. No? So this is theta 1. And then yung sa ano naman, phi sub 1. Okay? So I hope guys clear sa inyo no kung AR2 process. Yung AR2 process, auto guys means self, no? So you're just regressing your series, you're modeling your series based on so mu sub O plus you have theta 1, okay, times x sub mali ito dapat sorry this should be t minus 1. T minus 1. So this is t minus 1 plus theta 2 times x sub t minus 2 plus your error term. Okay? So that's your AR2 process. Pag MA2 process naman guys, phi 1 at saka phi 2. Pag ARMA naman, pag sinabi natin ARMA guys, so yung general na general na pag-define ng model, ARIMA, kunyari, ARIMA 2, 0, 2. Ano ibig sabihin nito guys? AR process to. So this is your P, this is your D, and this is your Q. PDQ siya guys. No? P stands for your AR process, Q stands for your MA process, D stands for difference. So kapag ARIMA 202, ibig sabihin hindi dinifference yung data. Ibig sabihin nun, stationary na yung data. Pag may 1 yan, ibig sabihin nga guys, ARIMA 212, ibig sabihin, kailangan i-difference yung data ng isang beses. Kasi hindi siya stationary. So an ARIMA 202 process looks like, ano yung model na yun? This is y sub t is equal to, okay, you have your mu, okay, mean, plus, first you have your 2 lags ng y sub t minus 1. Okay. Guys, sorry hindi to x sub t mali. Sorry. This is not x sub t. This is y sub t. Apologies. You're not using another variable. You're using the same variable, guys. So that should be y sub t and this should also be y sub t. Okay, remember autoregressive. Minomodel natin si y based on past values of itself, no? Y. So mali yung x. Didiscussin natin kung x yan kasi magiging vector autoregression na yan kung kasama si x at saka si y. Okay, that will be our topic for siguro Wednesday. Alright, so balik tayo dito. Balik na ako dito. Okay, so this is just an AR1 process pero AR2 daw. 2 daw kaya dapat maging plus theta 2 y sub t minus 2, okay, plus yung MA process natin phi 1 times yung past error term niya plus phi 2 error term, okay, plus lagi yung may error term now. Okay? So that's your AR ARIMA 202. Okay, now kapag ano na guys, kapag ARIMA, okay, ARIMA, let's say 1 1 1. Ito guys, ang minomodel natin hindi na y sub t. Okay, we're now modeling not y sub t but rather the change in y sub t kasi magdi-difference tayo, di ba? So kunyari may y sub t tayo dito. Okay? Tapos dito sa column na to, y sub t, and then kailangan ilalagay natin dito yung log 1. No? Log 1. Tapos ima-minus natin y sub t minus y sub t minus 1. Ito na yung delta y sub t natin. Ito na guys yung minomodel natin pag ARIMA 111. Gets guys? So dapat pag ARIMA 111, delta na to, no? Delta y sub t na to. Okay, clear? Okay, take note guys, pag nag-difference tayo, ibig sabihin, you're subtracting your y sub t, kunyari, difference, first differencing lang. May y sub t ka, tapos may series ka rin na y sub t minus 1. Ang gagawin lang dyan, ilalagay mo yung data mo nagsisimula dito, ipapasok mo dito, di ba? Kunyari ito, 10, 8, 7, 8, 5. This is your y sub t. Your y sub t minus 1 now will become 8, 7, 8, 5. Mababawasan ng isa yung y sub t, no? Y sub t minus 1. And then get the difference, 2. 8 minus 7, 1. 7 minus 8, negative 1. 5 minus 5, 0. No? So this is now your new series that you're going to model. Okay, so magkaiba guys yung ARIMA 101 kaysa ARIMA 111. Ha? Take note. Kasi ito may differencing to. So pag nagdi-difference tayo guys, iba na yung time series na ginagawa natin. Difference time series na yan. Delta y sub t na yan. As against pag ARIMA 101, y sub t pa rin yun. Okay, pause muna ako guys. Clear ba yun? Clear so far, guys? Okay, feedback na lang kung okay. Alright, thank you James, thank you Ernest. Sige. Okay, so I hope clear yung guys na yung modeling kasi natin. Of course, ang sikreto nito guys, later on as we continue, kailangan malalaman natin kung ARIMA ba or ARMA or MA, etc. No? Now, dati, manual ginagawa to. Ipa-plot natin yung time series, hahanapin natin kung stationary na ba yung time series. Kung hindi stationary, magdi-difference tayo. Pag nag-difference tayo, guys, ito na yung gagamitin natin na time series na minomodel natin, yung delta na. No? Otherwise, kung wala naman differencing, yung y sub t lang. Okay, so let me go back. Let me go back to RR. Okay, so sabi natin plot the time series, difference natin kung kailangan i-difference. Tapos pwede rin, ang usual ang ginagawa muna guys, linolog transform muna yan. Kung pag-plot natin tapos nakikita natin yung variance, medyo magkakalayo yung variance, pwedeng i-log transform muna, saka i-difference. Okay? Huwag difference tapos log transform. Kasi pag nag-difference tayo guys, ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon tayo ng negative values. Okay? Tapos hindi natin pwedeng kunin yung log nun. No? Okay? And then check natin. Meron namang maraming check guys kung ano. Tapos saka natin i-model. Alright. I'll skip this guys. Okay? Ito gagamitin natin ngayon, yung air passengers. I'll skip this portions here. Actually, ginawa na natin to dito, no? Dati, no? Kasi hindi natin natapos. But kindly please, Kindly please review this. Just go over the yung mga notes. Okay, punta na tayo dito guys sa huli. I'm looking at row 522 guys, 522. Okay, are you with me guys? Okay, babalikan natin yung air passengers sa data. So kindly run this code, data air passengers, para ma-access natin yung air passengers. Okay, then let's call this air passengers para hindi mahaba, AP. Okay, let's create this object AP. And then let's view it. Okay. So ito guys yung ano natin, no, yung air passengers na data. And then kailangan guys pag nagta-time series tayo dapat TS yung data natin, no? TS or time series. Kung data frame pa yan, kailangan i-convert natin yan into time series. So let's take a look at the class, okay? Either XTS siya or TS, okay na yan. Okay, so we can now proceed kasi time series na siya. Now let's first ask, are there missing values? Paano natin malalaman kung may missing values? Okay, pwedeng yung command na to, sum is NA ng AP. Sum lang natin guys yung mga NA. No? Let's run this. Okay, so wala, no? Walang missing values. And then frequency, ano ba yung frequency ng time series na to? 12, ano ibig sabihin ng 12? 12 means it's a monthly data. No? And then we can look at the cycle. Ano bang binibigay sa atin ng cycle? Okay. Kasi pag time series data na guys, nakatago na yung time. No? Kaya nga kung tinignan nyo to, yung AP guys, wala na yung wala na yung time niya, no? Because pag time series guys, tinatago 'yon. Kasi you're not allowed to change that. Okay, so alam natin guys na based on the cycle, ito yung data natin from 1949 to 1960, January to December, no? This is the cycle of our data. And then summary. Okay, so minimum, median, mean, etc. Okay, then let's do some plotting. No? So linagay ko na dito guys. So this is using base R. Pag plot function, base R yan. Okay, so let's call it P1. Let's create an object called P1. It's a plot of AP. Let's label it X label date. Okay, Y label passenger numbers in thousands. And the main plot, let's call it air passenger numbers from 1949 to 1960. 61 ba? I think it's 16. Sorry, mali yata ako. Up to 1960 lang, sorry. 12 years lang. 60, okay? Okay? So, this plot, highlight natin to. It will create a plot for us. Yan. So, kitang-kita agad natin guys na hindi siya stationary, no? Hindi siya constant in mean. Okay, there's a trend. And then hindi siya constant in variance. Oh. Ibig sabihin, over time, yung variance niya varies. Okay, so sabi natin, dalawang klaseng may seasonality tayo, no? Either multiplicative or additive or multiplicative. Okay. Of course, you can also make use of other plots like ggplot, GG45. So let's run this. Ito, autoplot yun, ano? Autoplot ng AP. Pareho din yung, ano, yung label at saka yung X, Y label, pati yung main title. So we're just using GG45. Let's highlight and then run. Okay. Pareho lang. Just the same. Mas powerful nga lang yung autoplot if you want to make changes later on. Pero let's leave that as it is. Kasi hindi naman visualization yung topic natin dito. Okay. Now we can also, kasi kitang-kita naman natin na may seasonality, no? We can use the box plot function. Pwede natin i-plot yung box plot. So iba-box plot daw natin si air passengers. Then ipapaset natin si cycle. Okay, so si air passengers, parang i-group natin by cycle. Ano ba yung mga cycle natin? Yung year, yung 1949 hanggang 1960, at saka yung months na 1 to 12. So label din natin si X at saka si Y. Okay, so let's create this box plot. Let's run this. Okay, so we have a box plot here, guys. Dapat pala 1960 to, sorry. 1960, 12 years lang siya. Run again. Okay, 1960. Okay, so we have this box plot, no? So mapapansin natin dito nga, guys, hindi siya stationary kasi yung mean talagang nagbabago over time, ano? Okay, so this is your okay, ano yung 1 dito, guys? What's your 1 here? Is it January or is it 1949? Kasi pareho lang yung months natin at saka yung years, no? 1949. So this is what? This is your 1, 2, 3. So yung months yan. Otherwise, kasi kung year yan, lalagay niya yung 1949, 19 ano. Okay, so you notice, guys, January, medyo iba yung average in January kaysa kay June, July. Okay, so you notice na mataas yung yung median nila dito, matataas yung sa June at saka July. So there are some observations here, guys. Okay. Sabi ko dito, it increases over time with each year, which may be indicative of an increasing linear trend due to an increasing demand for flight travel and commercialization. So nag-increase siya. Okay, wait, 49 to sorry guys, sorry. So this is 1949, this is 1960. Pero hindi eh. Let me check that, guys. I'm sorry, na-confuse ako, no? I think these are the months. These are the months. So kunyari, January, from average to, ng January to, ng 1949 up to 1960. Ito lahat ng February ng 1949 up to 1960. So we notice that medyo consistent na June and July matataas sila, no? Okay, but you'll notice that monthly to January hanggang June, July, sabi mo nga kanina, matataas yung averages, yung median ng June at saka July. Okay? Air passengers appear to be multiplicative time series. Okay, so papakita ko dito, mas maganda guys kung instead of a box plot, okay, there's another better way to decompose your data. Anong ibig sabihin guys ng decompose? I-plot ko ulit to . Let me plot this again. Okay, so we know guys that your air passengers, definitely it has a trend. Also, it has a seasonality. So sabi natin, di ba, ang time series natin, pag may trend at saka seasonality, we can use the additive or the multiplicative. Ano yung equation natin ng additive? Y is equal to S, which is the seasonality, plus T plus R. S plus T plus R, which is the remainder. Pag multiplicative naman, S times T times R. Kailan natin ginagamit yung multiplicative? Kung yung variation niya, it changes over time. Kunyari ito, no? Okay? Yung increases between the peaks and the troughs changes across time. By the time you were in 1960, ito na yung peak niya, ito yung trough niya, yung pinakamababa. Yung distance ito has increased over time. Kasi pwede rin namang constant lang yan, hindi masyado nagbabago. Okay? But this one tells us that indeed the seasonality here is multiplicative instead of additive. Pero let's do both. So here we can make use of the forecast function na decompose. So we're going to create an object here, decompose yung AP natin, air passengers, na additive. So the command is decompose AP, this is our data time series, and then additive. So this is for AP is equal to the trend plus the seasonality plus the remainder. Yung hindi ma-capture ng trend at saka seasonality. So let's plot this. Control Enter. Okay. So here we can now see the decomposition. Okay. So this is our original data. Original data to. Tapos dinecompose siya. Ito yung trend niya. So ito na-capture yung trend niya. Pataas lang siya. This is just the trend. Walang seasonality. Ito naman yung additive seasonality, guys. Kita nyo? Additive seasonality. No? Very slight lang yung difference niya. Constant siya, no? Yung seasonality. Tapos ito yung remainder, yung hindi ma-capture. Notice dito guys, may mga pattern na hindi nakaka-capture ng additive seasonality. Parang may pattern pa rin dito na hindi na-capture nitong additive. Okay? So let's go now to the other one. Okay? Multiplicative naman. Let's decompose it using multiplicative. Okay. All right, so this is our trend, guys. This is our trend. This is our multiplicative seasonality. Mino-multiply to, guys, hindi ina-add. So iba to dun sa kanina, dun sa additive. Kasi yung additive seasonality, guys, pina-plus yan. Yung multiplicative naman, it's multiplied, guys, to the trend and the remainder. So kita natin dito parang dito mas hindi apparent yung yung seasonality. Unlike yung kanina, parang may makikita mo pa na may pattern pa ng seasonality na hindi na capture ng model natin. Okay, and this is the original model. Okay, so that's how you decompose, guys. No? Okay, decompose, then either decompose kung ano yung data na pinapa-decompose natin, either multiplicative or kung may seasonality. No? Kung wala, decompose lang. Decompose then data. And then dito, in autoplot, prinat niya yung decomposition. Okay, questions so far, guys? So that's how you decompose data. Pause muna ako, baka may mga questions here. Okay, thank you, James. Okay, wala ng questions? Okay. Okay, let's proceed, guys. Let's proceed. Okay. Now remember, guys, sabi natin, kailangan bago tayo mag-ARIMA, kailangan stationary yung data natin. No? Obviously, alam naman natin na hindi stationary. Just by visual inspection, very apparent, guys, very clear that our AP, our air passengers data set is non-stationary. Therefore, we cannot apply a Box-Jenkins approach. We cannot model the data set AP using ARIMA. No? Hindi tayo pwedeng hindi tayo pwede mag-outright na ARMA process. We have to do some differencing. But let's first statistically test. Let's use the augmented Dickey-Fuller test, where the null hypothesis is the time series is non-stationary. So if we get a p-value that's less than 0.05, okay, mas gusto natin guys na ang p-value natin is less than 0.05 para ma-reject natin itong time series na to. Kasi kung i-reject yung hypothesis na to, kung i-reject natin to guys, by the way guys, ano nyo sa paper pala, before I forget, isusulat ko mamaya, please write the hypothesis dun sa regression nyo, dun sa mga steps nyo, no? Write the hypothesis dun sa steps kung kailangan. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so we have here augmented ADF, augmented Dickey-Fuller. Okay, so the Dickey-Fuller stat is this one. Okay, umabot siya ng log order 5. Tapos, p-value is equal to 0.01. So therefore, ano yung ano natin? Oh, wait. Non-stationary. Tama ba? Non-stationary. Mali yata ako. Sorry I forgot kung tama ba yung ano ko, yung null hypothesis. Let me check. Sorry. Asan na yung ACF test natin dito? I think I got the hypothesis mixed up. Okay, it's a statistical test. Asan na yun? Here's our stationary test, unit root test. Can you help me guys look for the ACF test, not ADF test, augmented Dickey-Fuller test? Where is that? Allah. Where is that? Kita nyo ba guys yung ACF test natin? Ito. Tama. Not stationary. Okay. Nasa PS. Why am I getting control C? Kasi bakit mali yung conclusion natin? ADF test. AP. Kasi in the time series test, p-value 0.01, therefore, at log order 5. Alternative stationary siya. At log order 5. Log orders 5 siya. Dali guys, let me check. Alternative is equal to, why am I getting a alternative is equal to stationary. Check ko nga guys, sandali ah. Ganun din. Okay, so this is saying, guys, that the p-value is 0.01. So we are rejecting the null hypothesis that the series is non-stationary. Ibig sabihin, stationary siya. Mali ah. Okay, balikan ko to guys ah. Sorry why I'm puzzled why I'm getting this. Dapat ano siya eh, dapat the p-value should be greater than 0.05 so that we cannot reject the null hypothesis. Itong alternative hypothesis stationary nga. So ibig sabihin yung null hypothesis natin, it's not stationary. Now, why is the p-value? Okay. So guys, I'm going to get back to this. I-research ko kung bakit ganun siya. Kasi when we plot, di ba, plot natin, kitang-kita naman guys na hindi siya stationary. Now when we test statistically, ADF.test, lumalabas na ano siya, na stationary. One last. So, ganun niya. Augmented DT cooler test, yung AP data natin. HA natin, stationary. So it turns out that this is stationary, which is wrong. So sige, i-check ko yan guys ha. Okay, then we plot nga pala yung pwede natin i-plot si ACF, the 1962. Okay, remember we plot the ACF. Okay. Okay, ano sabi natin, di ba? Pag yung correlogram, guys, dapat significant spike at 1, tapos wala nang significant. Ito, guys, ang daming niyang, ibig sabihin may mga correlation talaga sila, yung mga log values natin, which means that our data is not stationary kasi hindi constant in mean, basta ganito. Okay, so, all right. Now, assuming guys na hindi siya stationary. Okay? Anong gagawin natin? Pag hindi siya stationary, dapat gagawa muna tayo ng panibagong data set na dapat naka-difference. Tapos yung difference na yun, guys, i-check ulit natin, ipa-plot natin yung difference data, ipa-plot natin, i-check natin ACF, PACF, tapos i-check natin yung ADF test na naman tayo para malaman natin talaga kung stationary na siya. Okay? Now, we don't have to do that, no? Kasi ngayon, may automatic na guys na si R na mismo ang gagawa nun. Siya na ang magdi-difference kung kailangan i-difference. Okay? Tapos kung hindi kailangan i-difference, hindi niya i-difference. And that's from the forecast function, yung auto-arima. Ito. Lagay natin kung saan nanggagaling ito na package is coming from the forecast function. So auto-arima, so mali yung ito, dapat big AP to. Okay, so let's call this, okay natin to para AP model. Okay, so here we're creating an ARIMA model, no? An ARIMA model. Tapos bahala na si R magsabi sa atin kung ano yung model na optimal para dun sa time series natin. So let's run this. Okay. Now take a look at this, guys. Okay, what's our final model? What's our model? So it's an ARIMA 2, 1, 1, and then may pangalawa tayo dito. Tapos may 12 dito. Anong ibig sabihin nito, guys? So this is the regular component. And this is the seasonal component. So ibig sabihin nito guys, dapat i-ano din natin, i-difference din not only yung y sub t minus y sub t minus 1, hindi lang yung magkakasunod, pati yung y sub t at saka y sub t minus 12. Kailangan i-difference din natin yon. Okay, so that's what this means, no? So it's an ARMA process kasi may first differencing siya at saka may seasonal differencing siya. Seasonal differencing din siya. It's called actually, ang tawag sa kanya, it's actually what we call a SARIMA model. Okay, but SARIMA, guys. Bakit SARIMA model siya? Okay, kasi ARIMA model siya kasi nga dinifference natin ng 1, di ba? Lag 1, LAG1, lag 1. Pero hindi lang yung lag 1, pati yung seasonal lag y sub t, tapos yung susunod nun is y sub t, yung sa pang 13 na, yung January, kasi yung 1 hanggang 12, di ba December yon. Tapos yung 30 na, January din yun. So parang ima-minus mo yung January to January, February to February, etc. So that's what this means. May seasonal differencing din tayo. And then in-indicate dito kung ano yung season, since this is monthly data. Yan. Okay? So what's the equation? What's the equation, guys? Okay, I'll leave this as an exercise sa Wednesday. I want you to tell me, how do you write now the equation? Okay, so may AR1 process ka, so y sub t. Okay, will it be y sub t, guys? Y sub t ba yung minamodel natin dito? Pakichat, guys, kung ano, what do you think? Is it y sub t? Any guess? Guess lang. YT ba yung time series ba yung minamodel natin, guys? Or is it another data, time series data? Walang guess? Okay, the answer is, guys, ano? It's not the regular y sub t. Take note, guys, na may 1 tayo dito, integrated tayo at 1. Integrated pa nga tayo dito at the season 12. Okay, so may differencing na ginagawa dito na 1. Ibig sabihin, yung pina-forecast natin is not y sub t, but rather delta y sub t. Kasi difference to di ba? Pag difference, remember, ang data natin will not be the original data, but rather it's a difference data. So hindi lang yung regular differencing, but there's also this seasonal differencing. Okay? So I leave you to write, guys, kung ano yung natin, kung ano yung model natin na to. Paano natin isusulat tong model na to? Alright? So, and then the next thing, after the model, guys, kailangan magre-residual test tayo. So, hindi ko pa linagay dito yun, guys. I will now ask you to, as an exercise, ano ba yung mga residuals na ginagawa? Titingnan natin. Okay, we have to check for the normality of the residuals. We have to check for autocorrelation. We have to check for heteroskedasticity ng residual. Okay, I just gave here one code now for us to check, pero may iba pa yan, guys. So check pa natin yung Bruce Pagan ng residuals, etc. Okay, ito, pwede nating mag-plot tayo, tapos kasama rin yung ACF. Okay, run natin to. Oops, aso na to, mali yung natin. Baliktad. AP. Ano ba yung model natin? Saan siya? AP underscore model. So the name of our model is AP underscore model. Okay. So if you run this, yan. Okay, so tingnan natin guys. Ito na yung residuals natin. Okay. Meron pa bang pattern? Meron bang trend dito? Tsaka may seasonality ba? Sa residuals natin guys. Looks like random na siya, no? Looks like wala na siyang pattern. Okay, wala nang trend, wala nang seasonality. So this tells us that our model looks like okay yung model natin, no? Mean, constant yung mean niya, constant yung variance. And then the ACF, autocorrelation, sabi natin dapat yung ACF, yung autocorrelation function natin, dapat walang lalabas ito sa blue band. Dapat white noise siya. So ito at 0 siya. Okay lang yan. Pero at logs 1 and up, wala na, no? Wala nang significant. So okay tayo in terms of the ACF. Okay. And then yung box test. Okay. Hindi naman siya lumalampas din sa 1. Okay. So the residual plots appear to be centered around 0, mean 0. Wala siyang pattern. So mukhang fairly good pa. Okay, but that's not enough, guys. I-check pa dapat dito yung heteroskedasticity, yung autocorrelation, etc. And I just want this one, guys. Forecast natin. Okay. We can now do AP model. Gawin natin tong AP para consistent dun sa AP underscore forecast. This is also okay. What are we doing here, guys? We're creating an object called AP forecast. So, fino-forecast natin yung model natin kanina, yung ARIMA model natin. Okay, then we're using a confidence interval of 95%. And H is equal to 36 means steps ahead. Okay, so this is 3 years ahead. Usually, hindi tayo nag-forecast ng 3 years ahead. Monthly data to. Pero sige lang, gawin lang natin yon. And then, ipa-plot niya yung AP forecast natin. Okay, so let's run this. Run muna natin to. And then AP forecast. Check natin yung yan. Okay, so ito na yung forecast, guys, no? Ito na yung forecast for January. Kasi 36 steps ahead. Ibig sabihin 3 years yan, no? Hanggang 1963. Yan ang forecast na. So this is the forecast based on the model, yung ARIMA, SARIMA natin, SARIMA model natin. Okay, so let's plot this. Tignan natin. Okay. So this is how our okay, so ito yung natin, yung actual data natin. Tapos from 1960 December, nag-plot siya ng forecast. Take note of the forecast. No? So medyo sinusundan niya yung original data. No? So that's our forecast. Okay? So nakaka-capture niya yung mga seasonality. Okay, and then yung gray dito, that's your confidence interval. Okay, so this is 95% confidence interval. So, ibig sabihin guys, your actual, yung forecast natin, naglagay ng 95% interval. Okay, so that's the one. Okay, hindi ko sinama yung iba dito kasi akala ko hindi tayo matatapos. Okay, sige. But let's do this now, guys. Okay, so ito ilagay, sabihin ko lang na include test for residuals. Kasi isa lang yung tinignan natin. Although may idea na tayo na okay naman yung ano natin, yung model natin, yung SARIMA natin, yung ARIMA 211. Tingnan nyo guys ha, 211. Okay? So, 2 AR functions. Tapos, this means guys na this means that it is a difference data. So we're not modeling AP, we're modeling difference AP. So take note of that. And then ito yung seasonality component, naka-difference din yung seasonality. Ibig sabihin, minus natin yung, hindi lang yung y sub, kunwari y sub t 11 minus y sub t minus 12. Pati yung y sub t minus 1 at saka y sub t minus 13, naka-minus din yun. Okay, and then we have this MA component. It means na past error term, epsilon t minus 1. Ito yun. This is your, ano to guys, x sub t, AP sub t minus AP sub t minus 1. Ito yun. And then this is AP sub t minus 1, okay, minus yung AP sub t minus 2. So that's your AR component. And then you have your Akaiki, then your corrected Akaiki. Okay, pause muna ako guys. Any questions? Okay, kung walang question, punta tayo dito sa part 2. Okay. So I think we have enough time to just discuss this very briefly. Here we're using another data set, no? So again, auto-arima tayo dito. Okay. Nabigay ko ba yung tidyverse? Pare-pareho lang naman yung packages natin. Sige, i-run natin to. Kompleto yung nalagay ko dito. Okay, so in a nutshell guys, sabi natin pag nag-aarima tayo, una muna syempre i-load natin data sa RTO, no? And then plot natin. Doble to. Load the data, syempre access the data, plot, then plot the data para malaman guys kung stationary siya. Kasi ito yung mga dating process, no? Ngayon, after pina-plot natin data just to have an appreciation. Yes, of course, para malaman kung stationary o hindi. Pero hindi na tayo hindi na tayo mismo yung nagdi-difference. Kasi si auto.arima, siya na mismo yung magdi-difference ang data natin. and then ACF and the PACF to check kung ano yung possible na model na gagamitin. No? Okay, we check for the stationarity, pwedeng KPSS test, ADF test. And then we determine the model using Autodac Arima. Take note, hindi ko na sinabi dito na difference the data, the time series data. Dati, yun ang gagawin, yung wala pang gantong tool like R. So, minamanual pa namin na i-difference yung data. Tapos yung difference sa data, ipa-plot ulit yun, titinan kung stationary. Tapos i-check kung talagang statistically stationary na siya. Tapos doon na tayo mag-model yung difference na data. But now guys, okay na pwede nang hindi na tayo mag-difference. Let R do the differencing kung kailangan. Okay? So we're going to use the links data. Hindi ko lang ma-recall kung anong package galing to. Okay, let's see. Data links. Ayan na siya. No? I-view natin para ma-load din dito kasi dito naka-promise pa lang. I-view natin. Okay, so tingnan natin time series 114 from 1821 to 1934. Okay, so ito yung tingnan natin links. Ewan ko lang kung may dapat kasi alam natin yung ito, no? So this is the data set. So it's annual numbers of links droppings from 1821 to 1934 in Canada. Okay? Actually guys, pwede kayong maghanap sa R ng data set, ha? Pwede yung sa activity, you can use data sets from R. Okay, then saan tayo? Okay, so anong class guys yung links natin? It's a time series, so pwede natin i-model to kasi time series siya. And then the plot is ito yung plot natin. Okay, question. Stationary kaya itong data na to? Wala naman siyang trend, no? Doesn't appear to have a trend. Pero, kasi kung walang trend, pero kung may seasonality, then hindi siya stationary, no? Kung may seasonality. Okay, so this tells us guys that visually medyo some data are difficult to determine kung stationary siya o hindi. Mabuti na lang guys, may mga statistical test tayong pwedeng gamitin. No? Okay, so this is also another way to plot using ggplot. No? So, auto-plot tayo. Run lang natin to guys, but I won't be discussing this. No, for centering text lang. Medyo mas maganda nga lang siya for presentation purposes. Mas maganda kung ilalagay sa report as compared to this one. Kasi mas marami kang magagawa dito. O ggplot ang ginamit natin. Okay, so mag-ADF test na tayo guys. Tingnan natin nga kung stationary siya. Check. Okay. Alright, so yung data natin na links, it's stationary. The p-value is 0.01. Okay, p-value is 0.01. Tapos, so we reject the null hypothesis. Lagyan natin dito. HO links time series is non-stationary. So that's our null hypothesis. No? And then our p-value is 0.01, which is less than 0.05. So we reject this. We reject the null hypothesis that our links time series is non-stationary. Okay, so we have statistically proven that our links data set is stationary. Okay, so since stationary na siya guys, based on the ADF test, there's no need to difference. Okay, so sabi ko nga, sinasabi to dati kasi dati manually na dinidifference, no? Or you still do the code for create an object that's difference data time series. Okay? So naalala nyo guys yung decompose natin? Just for illustration purposes. Naalala nyo yung comp natin for yung decomp natin guys. So let me go back there to point out to you. Remember this, ito? Ayan. Okay, so let's use additive na lang tayo kasi mukhang hindi naman, pero we know guys that it's not, hindi siya hindi siya walang seasonality. Okay, let's put that here. So this is decompose si links. Pangalan lang, decompose natin si links. Okay, let's see. Ay, wait. Hindi natin ma-decompose. Time series has no or less than 2 periods. Okay, so bakit kaya? So check this out. Lagi ko lang need to check this out. Less than 2 periods. Okay. Sorry guys, I don't know why it doesn't decompose. No? Pero wala naman talaga siya i-decompose kasi stationary na siya kung titingnan natin. No? Diba? Wala siyang trend, wala siyang seasonality. So there's nothing to decompose here. I think that's what the code was saying. Okay. All right. So i-plot natin guys yung okay, this code may margins lang yan, point. Nilalagay lang niya yung 0.1, 0.1. Margins lang yan sa taas, on the left, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the left, on the right, sa taas, sa baba. No? If we run this, tapos itong code na to guys, ito, yung PS display sa forecast, let's copy this dito sa console natin. Dito natin siya lagay para mas maganda yung pag-plot. Sometimes guys, mas magandang i-run yung plotting dito sa para mag-a-appear siya dito para mas maganda yung. Okay, so I'll run this. Ito. Mas malaki siya. So automatically guys, pinakita yung ACF at saka PAC. Alright, so let's guess guys, ano yung So saan significant? Ito, mga slow decay siya, di ba? And ang significant yung PACF at 1, 2, 3, 4. Significant at the first and the second. So mukhang MA siya, di ba? Mukhang AR siya, guys. Remember, pag ang may mga spike, significant spike sa PACF, ibig sabihin nun, siya, yung AR. Dito, guys, hindi naman siya significant, mga slow, siya, no? Hindi siya yung significant spikes, but rather, para mga slow decay siya. So, The significant spike is on the ACF, so it indicates that it's a candidate for an AR model. Pag pareho may mga spikes, both sa ACF at saka PACF, then it means na ARMA siya, no? Candidate for ARMA model. Note guys, na ARMA siya, okay, hindi siya ARIMA, no? Or ARMA pero zero yung difference doon. Kasi hindi naman siya kailangan i-difference kasi stationary na siya. Okay, so punta na tayo dito guys. Alright. Okay, so mag-ano tayo, ito. Okay, we can use this for auto-ARIMA. Sabi natin, di ba? Galing sa forecast to. Tapos auto-ARIMA, auto.ARIMA, links. Run natin. Okay, so anong binigay sa atin na result, guys? So MA, ano na siya, no? ARIMA model, no? Okay. Tama kanina, guys, hindi naman siya slow decay dun sa ACF. It's more of a, may mga significant siya dun sa ACF, kaya nga, yeah, it's correct, dapat may MA model siya. So this is our model guys, ARIMA 202. And then pinakita sa atin yung AR1 component, AR2, MA1, MA2, and this is your mean. Okay, so you can actually write the model. Okay, you can actually write the model for, anong mino-model natin dito? Is it delta Y sub T or Y sub T? Pwede pakitype guys. Are we modeling Y sub T, YT, or delta YT? Guess lang guys, guess. Yeah, para alam ko na andyan pa kayo. Baka wala na kayo dyan. Y sub T ba yung mino-model natin o delta Y sub T? No guess. Okay, no guess. So we're modeling guys yung Y sub T. Bakit? Hindi naman tayo nag-difference. ARIMA 202. So there was no differencing done. So if no differencing was done, then we're still looking at the original data Y, yung links data natin. Hindi delta links, hindi yung difference na links data. Okay, so once again guys, kindly check kung paano natin isusulat yung model. Okay, based on this. Kasama guys sa finals nyo yung magsulat ng final model ng ARIMA. Okay, tinanong ko dito, how do we write the model? Okay, dito guys, dito sa code na to, auto.arima, ang binigay lang sa atin dito yung final list. Okay, if you want the trace, ano ibig sabihin ng trace? Yung trace guys, isasama yung mga ibang models na tinignan. It will trace the other models that were chosen. Tapos pwede tayong pumili ng information criterion. Pwedeng ang piliin niya yung ACAICI information criterion corrected or Bayesian information criterion. Okay, so let's look at ito na muna, no? Auto.arima. Okay. Run natin yan. Ito, ibibigay sa atin yung mga different models. No? Yung mga different models. Okay. So you have ARIMA 202 with non-zero mean. Okay, we have also may mga zero mean dito. Ito ARIMA 202 with zero mean. Ibig sabihin hindi ilalagay yung constant na mean dito. Hindi kasama to, no? Yung mean, yung mu sub O. Pero kung titingnan natin guys, kung walang zero mean, the ACAICI is 1905. While kung kasama yung mean, it's 1876. So mas maganda tong ARIMA 202 with non-zero mean. And it turns out guys na dito, sa lahat dito, ang pinakamaganda is yung ARIMA 202. Okay? And kaya sabi niya, best model ARIMA 202. Okay? Ito yung mga components natin. Inulit lang kanina. Okay, and then pinakita dito yung AIC, AIC corrected, and then BIC. Okay, so this is more comprehensive. No? Okay, then pwede natin i-identify na ang piliin si BIC or si AICC. Ang default niya, ang ginagamit niya si AICC. Okay, so ilagay lang natin kunyari si BIC. Let's see what happens. Okay, ang pinili niya guys is still ARIMA 202. Okay, based on BIC 1892. Okay, so BIC to guys, 1892. So that's the best, that's the lowest BIC. Okay, 1892 siya. And this is our model. Okay guys, clear? Okay, I'm almost running out of time, pero at least matapos natin to. Note guys, Autodesk ARIMA uses an approximation to speed up calculations. Okay, so pag nag-Autodesk ARIMA lang tayo, minsan nagkakaiba yung mga values ng AIC, BIC, dun sa Autodesk ARIMA kaysa dun sa i-specify natin. Kaya para walang kasi baka magtaka kayo guys, bakit iba yung value dun sa Autodesk ARIMA ng AICC kaysa dito sa kaysa lumalabas dito sa isang model dito. In order to avoid that guys, tatanggalin natin yung yung approximation is equal to false. Kasi in-approximate lang ni R yun eh. So the command will be Autodesk ARIMA, yung links natin, isama natin si trace, huwag natin isama sa stepwise, approximation, ifo-false natin yan para hindi niya i-approximate yung pag-compute ng AIC at BIC. So run natin to. Okay. Now take note guys, pag sinama natin dito yung stepwise, okay, ano nangyari? Dinagdagan pa niya. No? Dinagdagan niya ng even up to, ang default niya up to 5. Okay, kanina kasi hanggang 2 lang eh. So if you want really to show pati longer lags, no? Kasi kanina nag-lag 2 lang siya. Okay, dito umabot up to 5 lags, no? Okay. So take note guys, dito iba na yung model, no? The best model is ARIMA 400. Okay? So when we included, when we pinatigil natin stepwise, okay, pati approximation ginawa natin, pina-false natin, sinamahan niya ng iba pang lags. No? Okay, and it turns out guys that pag ARIMA 400, so walang MA component, in fact, this performs better than yung ARIMA 202. Kasi ang nito guys, ang AIC natin ito is 1874. Ang AICC 1875.01 at saka BIC 1890. Pero dito sa kanina, okay, ang BIC natin dito 1892. So yung ARIMA 202. Okay, dito 1890 na lang. Okay, so ang gamitin guys pag nag-auto ARIMA kayo, isama niyo itong stepwise is equal to false and approximation is equal to false para madagdagan pa ng lags. And it turns out guys, ARIMA 400 is the best model as even compared to ARIMA 202. Okay? So this is your model, pare-pareho mga past values of itself. So links at T-1, links at T-2, links at T-3, links at T-4, plus itong 1547. Okay? So, sige, that wraps up our discussion for today. I hope guys, alam ko na medyo mahirap talaga yung sa simula ang time series. Yung concept ng ARIMA, ARMA, just by way of review guys. So, ang logical steps muna, i-plot yung time series. Tapos tingnan kung may trend ba siya, kung may ano ba siya, kung constant yung mean niya, constant yung variance. Kasi kung hindi, guys, ibig sabihin nun, hindi stationary yung data natin. Dati, ang ginagawa, i-transform mo muna yung data. I-address yung yung seasonality, i-address yung trend. And one of the fastest way to do that is just to difference the data. Minsan pag differencing lang, yung okay na. Minsan kailangan ng combination ng log muna tapos difference. Pag medyo yung variance niya hindi constant. So you can get the log first and then get the difference. So log difference. No? Difference na log. Okay? So dalawang choices yon. Madalang yung nagdi-difference ng 2 times. And then after that, guys, i-check yung ACF, PACF para malaman kung anong model ang gagamitin. Tapos i-model siya. So yung pag-model niyan, guys, manual. Isa-isahin mo yan. AR10 ba siya? ARIMA 1001 ba siya? Etc. Buti lang ngayon, guys, may auto.arima na. Okay, with that auto.arima, guys, wala na tayong kailangan problemahin. Okay? So, automatically nasasabihin na sa atin kung ano yung optimal. Suggestion, guys, best to use this code. Okay? Isama nyo yung stepwise is equal to false, approximation is equal to false. Okay, so next meeting, guys, ang gagawin natin. So thank you so much for next meeting. Stop ko na muna itong recording na to. For next meeting, what we're going to do is